Ben asked us in an email, how do you understand Jesus where he said that he was the way, the truth, and the life? Based on that, do you think it's good or proper for churches to build relationships with people of other faith, like pastors getting to know the local rabbi or imam?
Yeah, this is probably the number one question, Ben, when it comes to the rift between Christianity and the world. Throughout history, go back to the early church, and the first Christians were called haters of mankind by the Greeks and Romans. Don't you know wonderful non-Christian people, maybe Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, or even atheist, and say, I just can't believe that they can't be saved unless they believe in Jesus. But here's the key thing we have to remember. We talked about this earlier in the program, the law and the gospel. There are plenty of things we can agree with non-Christians on. There is no reason in the world why Christians, Muslims, Jews, agnostics, atheists can't agree, for example, on abortion. There's absolutely no reason. You can make a case for the protection of human life in its earliest phases. You can make that case, and non-Christians cannot. You can say that it's bad for us not to care about the alien and the poor. It's bad for us to engage in racial violence. It's bad for us to exploit people or to denigrate the court system and so forth. Lots of things that you can get agreement on with non-Christians. In fact, one of the princes of Jordan, Talad bin Asad, said, if we all just obeyed the Ten Commandments, whether you call that the path, whether you call it the 10 principles of karma, whatever you call it, if we just obeyed that, the world would be a better place. And we can say, yeah, that's absolutely true. So what do you do, world? What do you do, Buddhist, Hindu, Jew, Muslim, atheist, agnostic? What do you do with the fact that we don't? Now you need salvation. So if you want to work on some of the world's problems, if you want to try to help alleviate poverty and injustice, work with non-Christians. That's fine. We're all created in the image of God. We all know the law by nature, Paul says. But if you want to be saved from not having kept that law, from being a sinner yourself, a transgressor against that law yourself, for being unjust yourself, if you know you need to be saved, then Christ is the only way, truth, and life. There is no way to the Father except through him.